Behold the Golden Dome, symbolizing unwavering faith that thunder would shake down from the sky and old Notre Dame would win overall. But now fervent prayers are offered up to resurrect the Irish in their championship status. Touchdown Jesus is officially the Word of Life mural, and in the Word it is written, faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains. The fight song sends chills, there is a mystique, but here we wake up the echoes. We send the volunteers on high, the Fighting Irish.
Good morning, South Bend.
Everybody keep it locked where you got it. Gameday is in your city. Get your weekend started. It's an amped up college party atmosphere. Live crowd on fire. Energy in the air.
We cross all day to turkey dance. College football knowledge to feel day gives. Get fired up with that party day.
Time to kick off, y'all. It's holiday day. If you want a little bang, then you get it. If you want a little hang, then you sing, sing. If you want a little change, then you shine, shine. Come along, come along, come along. Yeah, yeah. Well, we're coming to your city.
College Game Day, live from South Bend, Indiana, is built by the Home Depot, proud sponsor of college football's premier pregame show.
The setting could not be more pristine, the weather more beautiful, and glad to have you with us on College Game Day. Reese Davis, Kirk Herbstreit, and David Pollack here in the shadow of the Golden Dome and Touchdown Jesus.
Love it.
Lee Corso is.
Go Irish. Good luck, Irish. Go get them, Irish.
You know, Coach, this is what Brian Kelly really has wanted. This program almost has needed to kind of go to that next level. You know, he's lost 19 of the last 20 versus top 5 opponents. And that's not all on Brian Kelly. He's gotten his team to national championship. He's gotten them into the playoff. But, Des, this is an opportunity here in South Bend to show that they can rub shoulders with the big boys.
I tell you what, Kirk, and I like what I'm hearing coming out of South Bend. Coach Kelly said it's not about the implications, it's about the competition. He understands this is their opportunity now to show that they belong on the big stage and that they are not just a placeholder for other teams, especially Big Ten teams. So I'm excited about this game, David. I can't wait to see Notre Dame play tonight.
And all those numbers are an indictment of Notre Dame and all that stuff. And we can look to the past, but this is Notre Dame's year. I mean, you look at it. You got a quarterback that's been there for probably all those 19 starts. I mean, he's been there forever. You got a coach that's been in place. So if not now, then when? So it's a good opportunity, good stage.
And Irish want to run the ball with Kyron Williams. They like the matchup they have. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah leads the Irish in tackles for loss. But you got to remember, this Irish defense, as good as it is, they've only faced one offense. It's in the top 50 in yards per play. We've touched on this a little bit. What's at stake for Notre Dame? You see some of the numbers the guys have referenced. Look at this. 59 different teams have a win against an AP top 5 opponent since Notre Dame last did it. That includes, by the way, Appalachian State before they jumped to the top.
Did you just in the same sentence hit a Owusu-Koramoah And I mean, that was impressive.
It's basically just he was basically just like, yeah, whatever, I got this.
That was beautiful. I just had to say that's thoroughly, and you just nailed that. That was great.
Do not jinx me.
Why don't you say his name?
I just said Owusu Koroma. He's a bad man.
Koroma, yeah.
Koroma, yeah.
That's good. Him. He's good. He hits, and it reverberates around the stadium. You know, all this stuff that we talk about with Notre Dame.
He was recruited by Oklahoma, now a redshirt freshman from Phoenix, the #1 dual threat quarterback in the ESPN 300 class of 2019. And there is a ton of excitement around Spencer Rattler and his ability to keep this Oklahoma offense moving, Kirk.
Number one, that is an unprecedented run by a head coach, play caller with a group of quarterbacks and success that they have had. You just mentioned maybe this year being a little bit different. What's also different is he's never taken a snap, being a redshirt freshman. You could look at Baker. He transferred over, had some snaps under his belt, had played obviously at Oklahoma. Kyler Murray, same thing, coming over from A&M. And of course, what we saw last year with Jalen coming over from Alabama. So this is a new start, Des. I'm anxious to see what he can do, but it's not just the passing game, as you know, and the quarterback with Lincoln. It's also the running game, and they've lost a lot of backs. So we'll see how well they've recruited in the last few years.
Yeah, you guys did a great job talking about those 3 quarterbacks, and they were all transfer quarterbacks. And when you're dealing with a transfer quarterback, you're dealing with a person with a different mentality. He comes onto your campus with a chip on his shoulder. So when Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, even Jalen Hurts, when they arrived in Norman, they arrived with something to prove. This young man right now, he was a Elite 11 quarterback. He was featured on Netflix, QB1. So though Lincoln Riley recruited this young man, he doesn't come in there with the same chip on his shoulder and the drive that the other 3 quarterbacks did, David.
So I'm not used to this, Kirk. I want to go back to yours. So it sounds like Dez has some doubts, possibly. You got doubts about OU's quarterback situation, or are you just pumping the brakes and don't get too excited? I mean, legitimate concerns.
If Lincoln Riley's showing up, I don't have legitimate concerns, but I do have more concerns than I would the previous years of what they inherited and what they were working with. It's unknown
crazy,
personality right now.
Exactly.
I get it, but I just go ahead and send him to New York because that's what OU quarterbacks do with Lincoln Riley. I mean, they all go and they either win it or finish second. I mean, the defense would be a bigger concern and maybe some of those one-offs, but not their offense.
Yeah, the other guys, though, have had a lot of experience, as Kirk alluded to. Rattler got to play a little bit last year with the new redshirt rules and did throw a touchdown pass.
There are a lot of other storylines today. This is what's in store for this Saturday. How about the game coming up in just a minute? Texas A&M in Florida.
Got Florida big over A&M.
Ooh, I disagree. Yeah. I got A&M. I think A&M is going to win the game. I think A&M's finally going to get that defense for Florida that's struggling. By the way, not a lot of bodies. I think that watched late in this game, I think they'll wear that front 7 out for Florida on defense. I think they'll get tired, and I think they're going to score a ton of points.
I just don't know if they can score with Trask and Pitts and that group. You know, so I'm going to go with Florida, and I think that the Florida defense is going to start to get better, create some turnovers. Coach, I'm going with Florida. You're going to have to create the difference. 2-2. Who do you got?
Florida. They hold on to win it in a close one. Go Florida.
Wow. Jimbo Fisher. He's going to ruin
Called his shot. Called his shot.
Done.
Kirk, you're calling the game with Brett tonight, so give us a quick key.
Big key is Notre Dame's front 7. The only way I think they're able to compete in this game is if they get turnovers. If they can do that, they can make it competitive. But it's up to the Notre Dame front 7.
You know I like Notre Dame. I love them.
Yeah.
I love putting on that leprechaun.
Absolutely.
I look great in the orange.
Yeah.
Not this week. Give it an Oklahoma head.
Old school this week.
Shooter. Come ready.
I'm telling you, man. Oh, God. That is really...
I love it when it's in full.
That's really loud.
Football Saturday. Playing greasy. We are deaf here, folks.